Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a real life medium? Then this is the podcast for you. In this show, you'll learn how to open your heart to spirit, hear adventures I've experienced as an award-winning psychic medium and teacher. Plus, I'm going to give you some psychic information and insight into what the future holds for our increasingly crazy world. Tune in every Friday and get ready to connect to the other side. I'm Jen, and I'll be your guide starting right now. Okay, welcome to the Spirit Mentor Podcast. I am so excited because I have I don't think you're a newbie. I think you're a newbie to TikTok, right? Yeah. Okay. So anyways, this is how I found, this is Tamarin. Did I say your name right?
Yes, you nailed it. Perfect.
Okay, perfect. This is Tamarin, and I literally found her on TikTok. I find like all these good people on TikTok. And I think it was the video actually before I introduced you. I think it was the video where you're talking about names.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, you're like, oh, I don't get names, or I try to get names. Then I got 4 names. I'm like, yeah, this is my girl here. And then I just started kind of like a rabbit hole of your videos. And then I found you on Instagram, and now we're here. I just loved your vibe. And I like how Spirit sort of brings me the people who I want to connect with and who I need to help and talk to and learn about and share. And I'm like, this girl is it. This girl's up and coming here.
Amazing.
So anyways, this is Tamarin Martin.
Yes.
I'll let you introduce yourself because you probably do it better than I could.
Oh my God, that's such a warm welcome. Thanks, Jen. That was such a beautiful soul. Yes, I am Tamarin Martin. I am an evidential medium, psychic, soul journey reader, and I got my Reiki master a while ago. I've had my Reikis for 20 years. I'm OG Reiki.
Are you the Dr. Isui OG Reiki?
Yes, exactly.
There
Old
you go.
School, the good stuff. And yeah, I am a newbie to TikTok. I've been around for a little while, but new to TikTok. So I'm so glad you found me. It's been a blessing.
Yeah. And so like, how long have you been doing all of this work? Because I was going down some videos earlier today and I was like, we have some things in common that I didn't realize. So
yes.
How long have you been doing this?
I have been, aware spirit my entire life. And I've actually been years of avoidance around being a medium. So full disclosure, my mom was a medium as well. And I spent my entire childhood and adolescence and even young adulthood not wanting to do mediumship, right? And that's all kinds of reasons around that. But I really didn't want to do it, but I could do it. And I would get spirit come and impress upon me information. And I was not formally trained. Even though my mom's a medium, I was not formally trained.
Yeah.
And so I surrendered to my mediumship like professionally and started training in 2023, where I was like, okay, let's get it done. Let's get some mentors going here.
Nice.
Because my belief system is just because you can, it doesn't mean that you need to set up shop. You actually need to be trained. You need education.
I love you more.
You need to learn about discernment. You need to learn about your own gifts first. How you receive is like, right, honey, full goosebumps right now.
God.
You need to know the essence of your own soul before you can recognize correctly and accurately a spirit communicator. So I took that really seriously. I've had a whole slew of really amazing mentors from like Sally Barnes, Courtney Dawson. I'm actually starting with Penny Francis here soon, all Arthur Finley, Shelley Yule I did also for a while. And I just believe in continuing education around this.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Officially, professionally for 3 years, but always able. And so this is where I just refine my skills. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So you're kind of born with that. I mean, we all born with that, but you were actually born with the genes.
Yeah.
You were actually born with it. Your mom. So is your mom passed on, or is she still here?
No, mom's still here. She's retired. She hasn't done it for about 10 years or so.
Okay.
And bless her heart, Jen, because this is the cutest thing. So when I said that I was going to start it, she was super proud. And she said, oh, you got to start advertising in the newspapers. And I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, Mom, I think it's a little bit different now. But then I had a thought, Jen. I was like, oh my God, are there still newspapers? And should I do this?
That's a genius. Your mom's a genius. That's actually a good idea.
Hilarious, right? Hilarious.
People don't they still read the newspaper?
Yeah, she's like, you have to start advertising in newspapers. And I thought, I don't think people do that these days, Mom. And then I had like this total reflection moment where I was like, maybe there's like a newspaper
Right?
situation.
Like, why not? I'm like ready to go back to a flip phone and an old TV with a VCR built in. So why not?
That's it. That's
Wouldn't
it.
that be great if we could like do that again with the newspapers? Anyways, I haven't met your mom, but I think she's a genius. And for passing down the gift to you. Also, thank you, Mom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I so many things. See, I knew without even like knowing you or like knowing much about you. I knew, like, I could just feel it. You're like, Arthur Finley and go big or go home and just keep training you. We're all born with this, but you literally are like, the same wavelength that we have to. You don't know what you're doing. Like, there's so many, especially on TikTok, right? Have you seen like that's a problem, as we all know and have observed, and that's why you kind of stood out too, because you're like authentic. You just like you're like just talking to the camera. Hey guys. Hey
Yeah.
guys, just want to tell you, like, you don't give a crap about like I need to go viral or like, here's just my experience. Here's a couple of readings that I did, and I'm just like, I think we need to go back to more of that. So like, I love what you're doing. Thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, I love
Just being authentic, just being yourself.
I'm terrible at being anybody else.
Right.
I'm terrible at being
Right?
anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's going to draw, like, I know you probably have a good clientele right now, but it's going to draw more people into you just because and we're going back away from the craziness to like more authentic and grounded. Like, one thing I notice about you is you're very grounded. I need some tips for that. How do you, what do you recommend for grounding? What are your grounding practices?
Okay. So for real, I live on 48 acres when I can. That is like my
Okay.
grounding.
That's helpful.
I live in the woods. I find the more I'm doing working spiritually, the more grounding I need, as I know you will understand that, Jen. And so,
because I don't do any grounding, Tamarin. So like, I need some tips here.
oh, babe. So nature for sure. I know it's like really obvious, but super cheesy. Just go hug that tree. Be that girl that hugs that tree for a second. Ask permission. All of those pieces, and see and reduce. Sitting in the power. I know is expansive, but it's also grounding. I do that a lot as well.
Okay.
What I do for my grounding technique is I'll actually send that like grounding meditation, just that for it doesn't have to be a half an hour. It can be 2 minutes. And send that through to the earth. And then when you're feeling really dysregulated, actually ask her to come up and hold you at the same time. So you're going down and then ask her to come up and hold as well. And so that really helps. So I'm a big believer in time and nature. If you have, honey, you have pets, don't you?
Yes.
They're grounding. You have a dog. You have a
Oh,
dog.
I don't know if Rudy is, but maybe the bigger dog might be.
Your pets are super grounding as well, right? They keep you present, and then just connecting to the earth with intention. And I also think being present keeps us grounded as well. Being present in this moment, and not too anxious about the future or spending too much time in the past, and being really present helps to anchor your energy as well.
Yeah, that's super helpful. That's going to be the first one I promote here, like how to be grounded, because I feel like we need that more than ever. Like personally, I've never been super grounded. I'm way better than I used to be. Like I used to be like up here all the time. Then I learned, I'm like, wait, I got to bring this down here. Right. And so I go to the water every day, put my feet in the water, hug the trees, all the things. But didn't think about the pets thing because my dog's a little excitable and that would not probably be very fun. But I love that you're sharing the message of like, be present. That's, I think, the most important thing that you could have said so far in our whole 8 minutes that we've been here. And I can't wait for what you're going to fucking say, but like literally like being present. I'm like, oh my God, when's this going to happen? When this going to happen? Right. Cause being a psychic, it's even harder for us, for me personally, to like not think about the future and try to see what's going to happen. So I love that you said, be present.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Bring it right down. And it's easy to say and hard to do. So I think we have to talk about that a little bit too. It's easy to say and hard to do.
Yeah, it is.
So it's catching yourself. So it takes practice. So don't beat yourself up. Anybody who's listening, don't beat yourself up. It takes practice and consistency. And so when you're finding yourself like, oh, right, I need to like take a few breaths and be present in this moment.
At least I take a pee break. That's what I need to know.
That too, right?
Yeah. That's so awesome. Yeah. And so like, were you born psychic or did you learn?
I would say born psychic and then refine skills later. And so I remember being a kid. So I have all kinds of weird memories, which I maybe aren't so weird to
Yes,
you.
tell me. Tell me. Just tell me.
So the very first one is I remember being old enough to have memories, so like 4 or 5, but out of toddler age. And I would nap and I would be projecting around the room. And I would wake up from my nap and I'd be like, Mom, I can fly. And thinking that I could like jump from the couch and touch the ceiling and go into the other rooms and float around. So that's probably one of my first memories of being able to project like that. And then moving up through my childhood a little bit, I'm sure there's lots. I hope whoever's listening can like take a beat because, or take a note on this because you're probably more psychic than you think. So one of the things I loved doing as a kid, so probably like grade 3, grade 4, was predicting what my friends would bring for lunch. And
Oh,
like
that's a
the
good
other
game.
kids
Yeah.
in the class, like people that weren't necessarily my friends, but they were
Yeah.
kids in the class. And I could like nail the weirdest thing. Like somebody who never had pop, like a can of pop, child of the 80s here. We
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
do that. And I remember this kid, I was like, he's totally going to show up with a can of root beer tomorrow. Lo and behold, like all of these weird, silly things,
Yeah.
right? So predicted, you know, the lunches. I knew when things were going to happen. Definitely an empath. Like, I knew dysregulation before you could see it. I could feel
Right.
it within
Yeah.
the home or within a place or busyness. And probably one of the most impactful moments I had around psychic abilities
Yeah.
is the clairvoyance and seeing auras. I did not know that other people did not see auras. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
no clue. So
Yeah.
I'm about 12. And for me, when I was a kid, I could really see light. I still do as
Yeah.
an adult, but it shifted and changed. I had to kind of set the intention that I'm going to.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I could really see auras. And I'm going to date myself. I was watching The X-Files with my dad. Do you remember that show, Jen?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Dude, I'm probably like a little bit older than you anyways.
One of the, I don't know about that. And then one of the episodes, they're talking about the aura. And I remember looking at my dad and I was like, they're talking about the light around people. He was like, yes, honey, they're talking about the light around people. And I was like, people can't see that? And he looked at me and he's like, well, some people, I guess, can see it and some people can't see it. And that's when one of the first tells where I thought I was weird. I was like, oh my God, I'm weird. Hide.
Yeah, around that age, yeah.
Yeah, right around that age. So being able to see the auras. So psychically, I think that was innate for me personally. There's no like traumatic event that opened for me, although traumatic events did help expedite my skills. I will say that.
Okay.
But certainly born with an awareness already. Yeah.
Amazing. And now you do readings for people, yes? Do you?
Yes.
I've only seen your mediumship demonstration videos. Do you do ever psych? Because psych is more personal, right? But
yeah, I have done. So some of those will be like on Facebook Live. I'll do some of those. But now I'm slid over to TikTok. I mean, that's
you do the there's an option on here for us to live stream on TikTok. Just saying, I did not know. I was like, I don't want to spring that on you. That will be fun.
Amazing.
But yeah. So you do the readings too, and so they're on different videos on different platforms.
They are. So most of my videos are going to be from Facebook. And actually, if I've received permission from a sitter recipient, then I'll post clips from that as well.
Are you using the technical term recipient?
Recipient, yes, the person who has booked the reading and is waiting to communicate.
You have been trained by the elites in the UK. Yeah, I can tell.
Recipient, and so really just. Yeah, it really just depends. And so I do offer mediumship and I do offer psychic.
Okay. What's this soul journey thing? Tell me about this.
Yes. So in my journey of mediumship, as you know, there's more than one kind of mediumship. And most of my training has been on evidential mediumship.
Yeah.
But I started, and I'm a baby bird at this, so I don't offer this yet, but it does work the soul journey a little bit. It made me understand what I was doing.
Okay.
So I just started my trance mediumship journey a little bit as well. Yes, I know.
I only know one other trance medium.
Well, I wouldn't call myself a trance medium yet. So I know my role and I know my lane, and I'm brand new at this, and I'm just starting, so a little fledgling. And is made me understand that when I'm going into the psychic reading, I don't just do the auric field. I actually go through and a little bit higher. So it's kind of a mesh over with a mediumship a little bit, where you're connecting with guides, but also the soul wisdom of the recipient as well, where you get more depth and you understand, you get glimpses and information around the purpose of the soul's journey here while it's walking this earth. And so it's a little bit different. It doesn't mean we don't talk about love and money and relationships and situations, but I often will go deeper and explain why, like what's going on. And when you blend into that, it's almost like a light trance situation, although it is definitely still, I'm still cognitive. You're still talking to Tam.
Yeah.
So okay. That's what that looks like.
Yeah, I'm trying to put that together. If like, so for me, if I do a psychic reading for someone, the general rule is I can only read according to the client.
Yes.
Right. So if they're like, stuck in focus on the future, it'll all be future. If they're stuck in the past, it's all the past. Right. Or if they have a block up, I'll get like barely anything kind of thing. And if someone's, I don't know, I'm randomly telling the story. If someone's on weed, the whole reading is like, I feel like I'm high. Do you know what I mean? So like, so for that, I understand what you're saying too, because if someone is more spiritually inclined or more advanced in their consciousness, then it's like, whoa, it's not going to be about the money and the love. It's going to be like that. So you're saying you can do that for anybody.
I'm saying I can do that. So what I also will say, I'll also share that when, and I'm sure you do this too, when you set up for your readings and you put it out there to the universe or to the platform, to the collective, we have set the intention behind as to who books. So the people who are going to be drawn to like a soul journey are the people who are ready to hear it.
Yes. Because I'm just thinking about the ones who are like, my husband cheated on me with my twin sister. They're probably not going to want a soul journey. Yeah.
That's
who's Linda? Oh, that's my twin sister.
Yes. Not that those, but like they also need to be held, right? They also, of
course,
absolutely they do. But that is just a little different level as well.
Okay, so, gotcha.
Yeah.
Have you heard of? I don't know if you heard. Have you ever heard of quantum mediumship?
Tell me about this.
I was gonna say it's something I made up.
Okay, but I love it.
It kind of sounds like what you're talking about, where you go beyond the regular evidential realm, where I call it like you're in the basement and spirit's in the attic, and you gotta like go up here and they gotta come down a little bit. It's like, does that make sense? What's your name? Blah, blah, blah. So like quantum mediumship kind of sounds with the realm of what you're talking about, is where you alter your state even more, where you have like the binaural beats going, and you could use a sleep mask, and you just go up and you literally go into the realm where they existed, and like you become them. They show you, you let you know their names, like everything. So it kind of sounds a little bit of like that. Yeah, that's a funny story, but this is not my story. This is about you. But I just want to let you know that I kind of see where that kind of could connect with that.
Yeah, I love that. I'm forever a student. I love to hear other people's understanding or information and the way that they work. I think it's beautiful. One of my favorite things to do is actually connect with other mediums, and because I'm all for it. I'm all for learning and sharing and knowledge. And those are if you're looking for an ethical medium, you want mediums who connect with other mediums. Like
for sure. You don't want to.
We're afraid of other mediums.
That's the ego, right? Where they're competitive and they're in competition with one another, and they got to tear each other down. That's why the one thing I loved about you is like you're so genuine, and like you're not in your ego at all. You're just like, you know what, whoever's coming, and we're gonna hang out. And and are you in Banff? You out?
So I'm actually in the tiny little community of Revelstoke, British Columbia. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have,
Here, you've probably heard of it.
Yeah.
So I'm in Revelstoke, British Columbia, kind of like 5 days a week, and then 2 days a week I'm in the woods. I'm south of Revelstoke, in Galena Bay in the woods, at a cabin in nature.
Okay.
Locations as much as possible, and so I do work in Banff. So cool story. Can I share my story?
No, I want to. Yes. This is about you, man. You just say whatever you want.
Since I said yes to professionally training for my mediumship, I have been things have aligned for me in really incredible, profound ways. And I feel so grateful and blessed to do this work. So with that in mind, my second online reading that I ever did, essentially landed me the opportunity to be one of the instructors at the Banff Wellness Retreat. incredible. Just like an
Wow.
incredible
Like you
opportunity.
did it twice and then they're already like, hey, can you want to be a speaker here? Because I
Yes.
think
And
that's
I
a
was
big
like,
deal.
and I was so taken back. I was like, me? I'm nobody. And this person was like, yeah, we vet mediums. We're looking for a genuine, ethical medium. And it's you.
You
And
say you
so
found your girl right there.
yeah, I was totally blown away. So that happened. So I do work. So I just did the May dates, and I'll be back in October working both retreat weekends.
Wow. Good for you.
Service. Yeah. So that was pretty incredible.
Yeah, that was the Banff energy was screaming at me. That's why I asked if you lived. Like I could just feel the Banff around you.
I'm pretty close to Banff. I'm about 3 hours away. I'm in the mountains still, but just not the
Okay.
Rockies.
Gotcha.
So just a little bit, west of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I think it's important that we sort of like say this out loud. The out loud part when you're just talking about this is like you can do this. Like, you train properly and you have everyone has the gift and you step into what you came here to do. Things are going to start to align and you don't have to force anything. It just kind of comes to you because spirit's like, thank goodness. Right. And then another thing I want to talk about that ties into this is that you didn't say what it was though, is that you quit your day job.
Oh my God, yes.
Because that's something we have in common. So I was like, oh, this is great.
We do actually. So
Yeah.
I
If you were a teacher, I'm going to pee my pants.
uh-huh. I was a preschool teacher, but then I was an EA in the school district here as well for many years. Yes. So that's a whole Jen, I could talk to you for years, babe. So
Oh my God. You didn't even say what it was on TikTok.
no.
You just said, Spirit told me to quit my day job. I'm like, oh.
Yes. So I have full disclosure. I have to give you a little bit more information.
Yes, please.
On that. So I actually was EAing and I worked with special needs kids. Most of them were nonverbal, which was amazing being psychic and a medium at that time.
Right.
So
Telepathy.
uh-huh. Yes, I had this incredible opportunity to use my gifts without really understanding what was happening. And I took the nonverbal kids. And I was like, this kid needs to play the piano. And people thought I was nuts.
Yeah.
And I got him into the music room and he plays piano and was so freaking happy. So all of that information, all of those psychic hits would come in and I was really good at my job. So that's not the job I quit. I actually became really sick. And so that's when I'm going to say traumatic events expedited my opening.
Oh no.
So I was sick for quite a few years and retrained and I went into actually finance. So finance is the job that I quit because it totally out of alignment. And you can imagine trying to be a medium in a finance world. Yeah. No. It was soul sucking. So my experience was not pleasant and change was imminent. And I let that go and I pursued kind of part-time work, doing some bookkeeping while I was doing readings. And Spirit kept telling me to quit my day job. And I thought, that's such a, like, you guys are rude. I can't afford to. Like, this is not realistic. And they kept telling me, they're like, spring. And I kind of like I told my husband, I was like, he's going to kill me. Like, honey, I'm going to quit my day job and do this. And so I kind of told him what was happening. He was like, okay. And Spirit told me to trust them, Jen. They were like, it's going to be fine. We've got you. So I gave my notice on the Friday.
Okay.
And on Monday morning, my mentor, Courtney Dawson, I've been training with her for a couple of years in professional circles, hired me. So I let go of my part-time day job. Courtney Dawson was going through some personal stuff and she needed support and she was looking for a medium that could do the work. And I got picked up. Spirit was 100% correct. I was held and supported. And then, but my contract ended. So it's just me now. So that's another thing. Spirit's like, you're going to let it go. You're going to let it go.
Yeah.
And so it's a bit of a trust fall. It's always a trust fall.
Oh my gosh. That's the scariest part I think about having a spiritual business. It's like, it's not, you can't apply like the marketing schemes and the things to this work. It doesn't work. Which I've had to learn the hard way, right? Pay thousands of dollars for someone to help me and it just literally falls apart. Like it doesn't fit.
No.
What we do is so completely different than what anybody else does in their careers and their jobs. And there's whatever they work from home. Oh my God. It's just like, right. It's like, we have to trust more than anything. We can't do our little normal thing. It just doesn't work. So I love that you're saying that.
Yeah, no, it really, yeah, there's no like formula for what we
Oh God,
do.
it doesn't work. So if anyone's listening, don't try funnels and doesn't work.
Nope.
No way, nothing. It doesn't work. Okay, guys? You literally have to go like this, help me. Like,
That's it.
but the positive thing is we just go, help me. And then we get help super fast. So that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You're right, Jen. That's exactly right. It does not fit for us.
It doesn't work.
And we really have to, and this is also part of the, are you ready to do this work?
Yeah.
Because you do need to trust it. You need to trust the message and not fight it. And that's a part of it too, right? Is going, okay, like.
I think that's why many people don't do it, right? They're like, they'll just say they doubt their gifts. They don't have any, but I think really that they know they can feel something way bigger is coming. It's so uncomfortable. Yes, that they're not ready for it. It's very uncomfortable. It's the most uncomfortable thing you've ever done in your life.
Absolutely. It's terrifying, and it's going to shake your whole world up. And so it's a commitment in that you're gonna move through the storm, like you're gonna do it, because if you want to do, okay, we got to talk about this.
Yeah.
If you want to do mediumship, you got to be a psychic first. You got to know.
Thank you.
Yes, I feel, and just my opinion and observing what's going on is everyone's like jumping into mediumship without doing their inner world work and without checking their skill and those skills evolve over time, but where they're at, and they're missing a whole part of this. The reason for mediumship and what's going on there. And if you really want to do mediumship, you got to spend some time with your psychic gifts and spend some time in development before.
Can we be best friends?
Right? Okay, I'm accepting applications. Yeah.
Oh my God. They're like the same. Like my school is set up for the first 5 months is psychic development, and then you do mediumship. Yeah.
Yes.
You can't do it without. No. You have to go psychic I hate psychic. Do you ever have like people being like, I don't like psychic. I just want to be a medium. They want to skip over the psychic stuff. I've had people like in my mediumship courses, the last day I switch it up and I do a psychic class. So I'm like, you need to have psychic abilities to do this. No, I hate it. And then the next day they're like, I'm a psychic. And they have a mug with I'm psychic on it. I'm like, see, it enhances your mediumship.
Yes, thank you so much for saying that. That is, I love that. You do 5. That's brilliant. I love that. That's your platform.
At least 5 months, and then mediumship training minimum 1 year before you even think about going out there.
Yes,
that's I'm like a stickler about that, but and like that. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want.
I appreciate that. That's how you do it, because it's really important. Because, and here's the other piece to that is, it's mediumship is specialized, right? And so you need to be a psychic. It's kind of like going to school. You got to be a psychic first, and then you can specialize and train in advance and get your mediumship in a place of accuracy where you can do professional work. So the other thing that I noticed, and I'd love to hear your opinion on this, is when
I would love to give it.
Yeah, when we first start our mediumship, it comes in like a wave. It's like your spirit team wants to show you your ability. Here's like this amazing moment where you have like all the clairs are fired and you're like, holy crap, like I am a medium.
Yep.
And then they kind of draw it away and they're like, okay, go do the work.
Okay. Go do the work. So I would say I call that the elastic band syndrome. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you get really, really good. You do training, you get really good. And then boom, you're like, what am I doing? Everyone's saying no to everything. And then you get pulled back. Maybe I shouldn't do this. I'm a terrible medium. And you go back. That's the elastic band syndrome that I call. It's like you're unconscious. It's too expansive for you. It's beyond your limitations. And so like spirit will literally not let you in until you do the work. And I say, what are the first 2 letters of mediumship? M-E, me. Mediumship is the study of you.
Yes.
I'm here That's
yes,
spirit.
I know.
I tell every student that goes either through my mentorship or they go through my school, the first two letters, and people, you know what's funny? Around December, I had 85 students at that freaking school last year, and we ended up with 20 left. You know why? Because it's the switch from the psychic to the medium. They're not ready to do the study of them. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if you're trying to bypass the you part, it's not going to work.
No, you get kicked out. They literally get kicked out. They literally get kicked out. They have a hissy fit, or they send a nasty email. And I'm like, you're just not ready. Like, you're not ready. It's spirit. It's not you anymore. So psychic, you can be ego and be like, oh, I got it right. Cool.
Yes.
Helping people. But with the mediumship, no, none of that. That doesn't jive there.
No, and what I love with, so one of the ways that spirit works for me is I don't get to remember details of my readings. I don't know if that's true for you too. But it's,
mostly I don't remember a lot of things. I feel bad. I'm like, nice to meet you. They're like, oh, you read for me last Thursday. I'm like, oh shit. Sorry.
Yes. So my understanding of that, so I've set that up with my guides to help to do that as well, because then it removes me out of the equation. Like when I'm working and connecting.
Yes. Can you say that again?
So I do, that's set within the intention. So it removes me out of the way when I'm connecting to spirit. So what's coming through is spirit and not like my brain or mind or interpretation of what I think it's supposed to be out of the way. So if I'm not caught, so I know what's going on as I'm doing my mediumship, but the further I can get out of the way, the better the mediumship is.
You need to come into my classes and talk about this. Like literally, maybe I'll go through their thick skulls if you say it instead of I say it. But like you have to get out of your way. It's not you doing it. It's spirit.
No. I can't even take credit. It's literally spirit. I can't even take the credit. So it really is not about ego. The only thing I can claim is that I show up, I'm dedicated to learning, and I'm going to give you whatever I get. And that is really my job. And of course there's some discernment in there too, right? Like just because you can, you shouldn't always do all the things. There should be some love in there. Yeah. But that's it.
You're a genius.
It's actually really easy. The hard stuff is getting out of the way.
Yes, 100% agree. I have like specific students popping in my head right now. Get out of your way. Just get out of the way. Yeah, so I love that you said the hardest part is getting out of your way.
It is. And I love that you are spending that much time with them on their psychic development. You're going to make amazing mediums because you're doing that, because you're investing in that. And that really is the language of spirit. They need to have it. It's really important. So I love that you offer that's part of the way that you teach. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes you just bang your head against the wall, you know? So they'll get it. They'll get it. They'll get it one day. I don't know why I'm randomly changing subjects here, but you wear glasses too, I've noticed. Yeah, you have really cute.
Yes, I do.
Your glasses, like you could, like, it'd be like your thing. Like here's these orange glasses, and here's these purple glasses, and then here's these. Like it's really, you know what I mean? I know it sounds weird. This is actually not a marketing thing, but like to set you apart.
Oh yeah.
Right, like you already are set apart from your organic, authentic, real calmness. You know. But then you have the glasses too. That could be like your thing. It's like,
oh, I love that. Ooh, I love the feedback. Yes, I have my glasses. They've got like the blue tint in it, so I can spend time on the computer. So I'm wearing them if I'm.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time on the computer. I bet you do.
Yes, I'm on there quite a bit. As you know, I'm just like little baby Tam over here. And so it's me doing all the things, right? And so when we think that mediumship is the hardest thing that we're going to learn, we're like, okay, this is it. And then you go out in the world and you're like, oh crap, I have to like run a platform, build a website, like, like also all of these parts. And I'm like, so I've like single-handedly done this myself. So it's not perfect, but it's mine and I did it.
Right.
And I'm working.
We're not making it sound very appealing, are we?
But it's a reality check, right? If you want medium, and you do want medium, it's beautiful. And I think like there's room for everybody at the table here. As long as you've done the training and you're ethical and loving and supportive, the more in the world, the better the world will be. And you know, that's really what I have to say about that. There's room for everyone at the table, but it is kind of like.
Some people should not be at the table though.
Some people aren't ready to sit down.
No. But I mean, like going back to the psychic stuff, why you need to learn psychic first in my experience is because some mediums, and I don't know what you think about this. What do you think about the word psychic medium? I cringe at that. That's just my personal, because if you're a psychic medium, that kind of insinuates a lot of things. They're not separate. They should be separate entities. But if you're a psychic medium, you can actually read their loved one in spirit through their head and their memories psychically, and you're missing the whole spirit contact part.
Yes. That's
right?
like psychometrizing the spirit.
It is psychometrizing the spirit. So why don't you, I know what that means, but you want to explain
You're absolutely right. I think what happens, and I'm guilty of using the term psychic medium because it, to the masses, to the uneducated or the people who just don't know the difference, that's how they refer to us in our work.
Okay. I just know it's good to hear your side of it. Yeah.
It is an inaccurate representation. If you're a medium, you're 100%, you have to be psychic. It's
that makes sense. Okay.
But psychometrizing the spirit, let's talk about that. So psychometry is reading the energy of a person, place, thing, or item, right? Like we can hold it, or we are in the presence of an area and we can receive information. Well, some people who, I'm going to be so controversial here. Some people who think that they're doing mediumship, like true mediumship, are actually psychometrizing the spirit. Yes. And so instead of going out and expanding to the spirit world, they're using the link, which is the connection between the worker, the psychic, I'll call them a psychic if they're doing this, to the recipient, the sitter, and using the sitter's memories, mind, and information to relay information about the spirit communicator, as opposed to using that link to go to the spirit world to get that information. So the difference is where that information comes from. If you're psychometrizing, you're going to be stuck in what the sitter knows. True mediumship is going to bring through random stuff that, is going to bring through the random stuff, those weird pieces of evidence that even the sitter has completely forgotten about, or has to go check with mom. And then they text you later saying, oh my God, you're so, that's exactly right. It's different. The vibration is so different. When you connect truly to the spirit, my body reacts in a completely different way than if I'm working psychically. And once you know the difference, there's no going back. Like you're either talking to spirit or you're not.
Right.
And so that's my understanding of the difference. So true mediumship is expanded to the spirit world. The sitter gets the information. Psychometrizing the spirit communicator is using the light through the sitter to connect to which is not bad, right? You do sometimes do that, but the information is actually coming through the sitter as opposed to from the spirit world.
Yes.
Where it belongs.
Yeah. You guys, Tamarin knows her shit.
I have been a dedicated student. Like
I can tell. You know your shit. Yeah. So anyone wants to get a reading from Tamarin, go, because she knows her shit. I haven't seen her work, but I highly recommend. Based upon what she is saying right now, the teacher in me is coming out. Yeah. Like I love that. That's so true. And what do you think about, like, when people don't usually do this with me because I say no, but they, like, if you do in-person readings, they want to bring in an object, right? So that would technically be psychometry. So you don't need the object. The medium needs to be able to fully blend. You said blending too. One of your videos, you talked about blending. You said full blend. I know what that is. You want to share that? Like you said, I full blend. I was like, oh my God.
Yes. So what is?
You said blending. I think you said I didn't make a full blend or something.
A whole dictionary here, the whole dictionary of mediumship words, and then like post it. Great videos. They're coming.
Right.
So, full blend. So blending with a spirit communicator, that is what a medium's supposed to do. Psychics don't blend with spirit communicators.
No.
They just connect to the recipient or the item or place, which is great. We need psychics. We need really good psychics. There's nothing wrong with being a psychic. It's beautiful work. I love doing psychic work. Mediumship is just a totally different beast. And so a full blend is when you are, we have to talk about the power a little bit. When you have sufficient power, which means the act of being able to expand your energy and become like large and spacious, and you allow the spirit communicator to come into this bubble, nice and close. So you get that full blend that comes in. And when I say full blend, you've allowed them to come close. They're not just touching the surface and you're getting like some vague information. They're merging right into you, really nice and close, and relaying specific information that allows that information to come through. That's the difference between like newbie mediumship, when we want to keep the communicator out. There can be some fear in there. That's all that part of that me work you're talking about. And you actually trust the process and allow them to come in close and relay that information. So full blend mediumship without going trance, because trance is even closer, right? But we're allowing that spirit communicator to come nice and close into you so you can actually receive more specificity, more detail, and allow that information to move through you. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I love that. Do they ever like ask permission? Because they don't ask me. They're just like, all of a sudden I'm Margaret now. I'm like, hey, you didn't even ask me if you could do that. So boundaries also are very important as well too. If you have crappy boundaries in the human world, you're going to even have a harder time as well in the spirit world, because they're going to be like, let me show you how crappy your boundaries are.
Absolutely. Thanks for bringing that up. Absolutely. You're 100% right. This is why the me work is so important, is because your mediumship is a reflection of where you are and what's going on for you. And so, yes, there have been times. So untrained Tam, I got a spirit communicator when I was 20 something, and they came right up into my space, right up into my business.
Up into your grill.
Yeah. Like, here I am. Here's my, I think, I'm going to make some stuff up because I can't remember all of it. Yeah, my name is Derek. I'm 20. I have brown hair, blue eyes. I passed away cliff jumping and drowned and blah, 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 blah. Gave me all this information. And I need you to tell my friend that I'm okay. And her friend happened to be with me.
Oh, shit.
And this is why you need to be trained. So I gave this girl this information without her consent, because I want to talk about consent. I didn't know. I was 20. I made a mistake.
You didn't know?
I didn't know. But that's to make it okay. I scared this poor girl. She's like, yes, I can't believe you know that. And that's all true. And then she didn't talk to me for like 2 weeks. That scared her. So consent is really important. And then it actually made me shy away from my mediumship. I was like, oh, I'm going to scare people. Like, this is so consent is huge for me.
Yes.
Is the other piece.
It's for everyone listening. Do not give a reading. You need to ask permission first.
Please do that. And so, I didn't have my boundaries up. I just let this person walk right up into my bubble. And then I did something unethical. And there you go. You live, you learn, right? I'm not perfect. I'm here to learn. And so that was one of my experiences where I was like, oh crap, like I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to do that again. So boundaries are important. I get a spirit communicator. They want to show up early for a reading. They got to wait. I'll tell them they got to wait. I'll tell them they have to wait. I'm not working yet. I'm not ready. The boundaries are really important. And I'm actually in my office right now. I know your listeners can't see it, but basically they'll literally come in and they'll sit in the spare chair and wait.
They have a chair. I was going to say, put them in the timeout chair. That's what I used to do.
Exactly. So boundaries, super important. And you shouldn't be walking around open. You should be nice and closed when you're going about your humanness. So you can be the mom, the wife, the grocery shopper, whatever, and try to keep those boundaries in place as well. And so that's another
should be advice for new mediums, maybe that one, because
they're supposed to be open all the time.
My teacher didn't tell me not to do that. I was like super excited. I'm like, I'm open. I was open. I was like 7-Eleven. I was open 24/7. I'd go to people in the gym and make people cry, making the smoothies, and like go to people on the street. And like, do you believe in mediums? Like, it was ridiculous. Wow. It took me at least 2 years on my own to figure out how to turn it off and on. So that's something that needs to be taught too.
Yes, you must teach that. Hey, you must teach.
I try to get everything that I didn't learn. I teach in that class.
That's it. See, we live, we learn, we grow, and that's what you're going to get with me, anyways. I'll be honest.
They get a lot from you. Like, what's some advice that you would give a new medium? Something different that you've said so far, if you can think. Like, what would be some advice? Like, if they really wanted to, like, besides like F the fear, or like you do it anyways, because that doesn't, like, I say that and they still don't. But
number one, get a mentor.
Yes.
Get a mentor. You need someone that, and trust your intuition when you're looking for
Yes.
your
Not referral. Yeah. Who you resonate with. Yes.
Yes. Thank you for that. It's like follow the breadcrumbs. Your spirit is going to lead you to who you're going to learn from. So get a mentor and sit in the power. So cheesy. Sit in the power. Get a mentor and slow down. It's not a race. It's about being present. Your mediumship will be so much better if you can be present and surrender without judgment and really stop judging or comparing yourself, because you're exactly where you need to be on your journey. And it's all about unfoldment, and unfoldment takes time. And if you're rushing through your mediumship, you are going to miss it. You're going to miss important things, aspects, learning that's going to actually make you better at what you do. So mentorship, slow down. There's no race here. Study hard, sit in the power, and be ready and willing to do your inner world work. That's it. Like those are the things that are most important to me.
Yeah, they are. Those are like 1,000% important. So I know I have a student in particular in my mind, because this gets told all the time, right? I say you want to go from kindergarten to grade 8 in like 2 days. You can't just be a medium and go from kindergarten to grade 8. It takes a long time. Right? You got to go when spirit's like, okay, now you can go to grade 1. No, now you can go to grade 2 because you've done this, this, and this, and you've taken the time. You don't go to school and go, okay, I'm in grade 8 now, 4-year-old. That's kind of I explain it, right? So I love that you're saying that as well too. But I'm thinking of one in particular, like she would be like, well, how do you do that? That's great to do that. How do you do that? What would you say to them that? Like, how do I do all of those things?
It's going to be time and practice. It's going to be expanding trust, like lean into your mentor. So obviously she has a mentor. Trust your mentor. That's why you work with them. They're there to hold you.
A lot of it is them too. There's only so much I can do.
Yes. Oh, for sure. It is up to them to listen. Yeah. It is up to them to participate and not rush it, because your spirit help is going to let you go at the pace that you're meant to go at. And if you're trying to jump ahead and rush ahead, you're going to miss all the details. Yeah. There's so much learning that happens in the subtleties that is profoundly important. So that slowing down, practicing, go back to the basics. If you're finding you're getting overwhelmed and you want to go back and you want to achieve that thing, go back to the basics and get out of the head. It's like getting back to that names video that I made. I was like, oh, names. I get in my head about names. And then I was like, no, I'm just going to get out. I'm going to move right out of the way. And then it was like initials were coming in, and then I was starting to get names again. And I was like, oh, I can do it. And so just picking on myself for an example is go back to those basics. Yeah. Go back to the basics, and that expansion happens in this surrendering.
I love it. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you something I didn't think of right now. I didn't think of right now. I thought of right now is that your video actually inspired me to get my students going on the names, because I used to think that the names took, like, I've been asking for names for 10 years. Like, I've been at this since 2016. Yeah. And I remember like first couple of years, like, hey, I want you to tell me your name. You wear a little name tag. Hello, my name is. Do you think I got that? No, because that was my ego, right? Yep. Finally, 10 years later, me thinking that it's like an advanced ability or you have to be doing it for a long time. And literally my students who are like maybe 6 months in, they're getting all the names. Bill, Sean, Fred, like we're doing the whole thing. So I'm going to say thank you for inspiring that, because that whole week, every student mentorship, boom, 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 was names.
Amazing. Hell yeah. That's great.
See, so you don't even know. Like, I feel like, I mean, obviously you're a beautiful human being, but you have like some people don't realize they have like a ripple effect, or they don't know their ripple effect because no one ever tells them. Right. So by you posting that just one video, you dropped a pebble and it went, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like mediumship, right? You just drop it. You don't go, oh, I hope I got that right. Oh shit. And you stay up all night worrying about whether, she was happier with her reading or not. You just go put the pebble in the water and then you just leave it.
Yes.
Right? Like what you said, you don't remember. So, but just, I wanted to let you know that.
Thank you. That's really wonderful. And I hope that they keep on killing it. That's so great. Yes. So, I'm not perfect. I'm forever learning. And when I saw you're like, yes, I do. I was like, tell me you get named. Like, I'm so in awe. Tell me you do this, because I love you forever. That is like the goal for me. And so I can do all kinds of things. I do get some names. Sometimes I get a lot of names, and sometimes I'll just get an initial. And I'm learning to love myself anyways. And I'm like, that's okay. Spirit's going to give me what I need.
Yep.
And if it's understood by my recipient, then we've done our work. And so since I started saying that, the names are coming in more effortlessly. So it's going right back to those basics of getting out of the way. That's my ego sneaking in there. Let's talk about the ego, what I think I'm supposed to have versus what is actually available to me, and relaxing more into the sitting. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't mean to come across as like I know everything and I get names all the time.
Oh no,
but that's what caught my eye in your video, was like talking about names, right? And I thought that was really cool because that's a really good piece. I mean, obviously there's other pieces of evidence.
Yeah.
And there's also the aspect I think is missing, which I want to do next year more of, is not just the mechanics of it. So right now we're teaching the mechanics and the evidence and how to do it. But then once you get that, then you got to add in, you got to bring in the dimensionality. You got to bring in the love fest.
Yes.
And crying in the emotion to it too, right? And I mean, again, I haven't seen you work, but I bet you have that element as well too.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. I like your subtle confidence as well too, right? There's some people like they're not sure of them, so they're like, well, maybe, and you're just like, yep, but it's not coming across like I'm an asshole. No. Like literally, you come across like literally you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? That's the medium that we need. We need more Tamarins, okay? We need more of this.
I trust my team. And that's really what it comes up to, is I trust my team. I believe I think what allows me to get into the headspace of surrendering, and I say yep like that, that's just surrendering.
Yeah, of course.
That I will forever have mentors. Like I don't think I'll ever be done learning from somebody, and I know that about myself. And so I'm forever a student of mediumship, and I trust my team, and they've brought me this far. And so when I'm going to go into a reading, I'm like, okay, what are we doing? I'm not spending hours prepping for a reading like I did in the beginning. I was like, okay, I have to do all of these like ritualistic pieces. And now I'm just like, sit down, clear my energy, take a breath, expand, bring them in, and you get it done. Like it's because it becomes that level of confidence comes with the process, and trusting that your team is going to show up and work with you. And what's the worst that's going to happen if they don't come through? Hey, I'm sorry, it has never happened. But if that does happen, like story, like we'll have to reschedule you, no problem, right? Like that's the worst that would happen,
right?
And I have to say that's never happened, but it could. And that actually is a reflection on me where I am that day. That has nothing to do with spirit. Right. It has to do with my ability to expand and blend.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm asking this, but like, do you have like a religious background? I guess, I don't know. So, what do you say when people are like, okay, so this is my inner controversy right now. Maybe you can help me.
Do it.
So I have a mentor. I fucking love this guy. I'm not mentee anymore, but he was amazing, helpful to me, manifesting coach and like unconscious, hypnosis. And I might cut this out. I don't know, but I'm going to say, but now he became Christian. And all of this now, the manifestation, the mediumship, all of it is not of God. And so the reason why I'm sharing this is because I'm not trying to go tell him like you're wrong and I'm right and vice versa. Because to me, my understanding is this is God.
Yes.
We are talking, people say on TikTok and wherever, who are you talking to? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm talking to God. Oh, well, you have an entity. I'm like, no, I fucking don't. That's your reflection. I talk to God. Yeah. That is where they are. That's where I go. I pray like you. It's just like, that mindset of like, it has to be separate. And to me, it's not. So do you ever come across that at all? Like, it can be confusing for some people, right? Like,
yeah, for sure. I don't think they're separate. I absolutely. So do mediums believe in God? Of course they do. Is the first thing I would say. And in fact, if you're true, how do I say this? If you're authentic in your mediumship, there's probably nobody more spiritual than you, than somebody who's authentic in their mediumship work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Full survival. That is God. Yeah. That is what's happening. And so my family background is like non-denominational at best. I mean, my parents dabbled with Buddhism pretty much. Okay. And then my mentors have been through, the spiritualist churches, and so I'm familiar with the spiritualist church faith. It doesn't quite fully resonate for me, but certainly aspects are beautiful. And yeah, so when I get into like religious dogma with people around this, I don't want to spill the beans. So that's great. You follow your faith path. That's your soul's unfolding. That's fine. But you know who comes to readings? Jen, you know this. Everybody comes.
Catholics.
Absolutely. They show up, Muslims, Jewish, Catholic, you name it. They come for mediumship readings. And guess what? Their loved ones come through regardless of their faith. So we have to just say that too. And so I'm not here to judge somebody's journey in their faith, but I will say that when people are moving through that, it really feels to me like they're just searching for that connection. And if they weren't in that connection when they were working through their mediumship, maybe there's something going on there too. Because if you're truly authentic and connecting in your mediumship and the work that you do and you sit with God, that is it. That is that was the missing piece probably that they didn't go to when they were doing that work. That's just my perspective. I can be wrong, but that's certainly my understanding today.
Yeah. It's not a righteous position. It's like literally, it's like a little inquiry. I think it's good to inquire about things and be curious about things and question things, of course. But like, I can see why people might think this is like, people know this already. I have an uncle who is a bishop, literally of Calgary, Alberta. And my grandparents were the most devout Catholics you've ever met. And guess who are the ones that help my students?
Oh, exactly. This is exactly.
So
yes,
I can't be, but then, there could be argument coming back would be like, well, they're like, it's not really it's demons. They believe that we're talking to demons, right? So they're pretending to be grandma. They're pretending to be the dad. They're pretending to, but in our experience, that is absolutely not true.
Energy doesn't lie. Energy, you can fake information, sure, but energy does not lie. When you're connected to soul spirit, so high vibrational, beautiful, loving, compassion, energy doesn't lie. If you were connecting to something low vibration, the energy would feel that way. Energy doesn't lie.
Yeah, it would feel heavy and scary and would say dark things. If a demon's going to come through, they're going to say, you're a terrible person. They're not going to be like, saying these beautiful things. Yeah. I don't get it. Like, it's too bad. It's just in my head dilemma that I'm having, like I know I talk to God. I'm not, so people who are confused maybe and think that this is, whatever, this is God. That's what we're talking about.
Yes, absolutely. And you sit in those frequencies and you expand and you connect and you go higher than just that soul level, like spirit communicator, and you're sitting with guides or whatever your belief is, as you go to angels or whatever realm that is that you're understanding, and you're connecting to that. You're sitting in bliss.
Your arm hair standing up and you're in love. You're like, feel the love. It's like, you can feel like it's like 1,000 times stronger than unconditional love that we feel.
Yes, absolutely. I've come out of sitting like that, weeping out of just pure unconditional love without judgment. And so, I'm all about observation and respecting people on their path and their journey and what they're discovering about themselves. But what I know and feel is my truth is that is God. That is God.
Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to see what you felt about that too, because I know we're not talking to demons. And I know you're not talking to demons, so I don't know where they're getting their information from.
They wouldn't be allowed in. There's like a threshold situation.
Right? They're not allowed in. The frequency is so high, especially that's going back to your training point of like, we need to be trained. Because if you're not trained, then I can see that happening.
Yeah, you got to know the difference. You got to sit with your own. You got to sit with yourself. And then you're going to sit with your intention, sit with your guides, sit with your spirit communication, all of those pieces. Yeah. They all feel very different. And if you don't feel different, you're not ready for professional.
Discernment. That's a discernment. Look at that. Full circle.
Already.
Full circle, Cameron. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I could talk to you all day, but we need to move forward here and have let me know how people can reach you. We know you're on TikTok. You have a website now because you said you did it all by yourself.
I know, little old me.
Good for you. I had an assistant. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I hired people. I can't do all this myself. Yeah, it's a lot. And you get burned out real quick doing this too. So you got to be super careful of your energy.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, that is very true. So I pace myself. So yes, you can get a hold of me. It's Tamarin Martin, Medium Tamarin Martin on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And yes, you can absolutely check me out. Check out my information. There's an all about me and information on my website, which is that's my email. do that.
Okay, do that. I'm going to put all this in the show notes anyway, so it's okay.
I love it. It's soul-shine.ca is my website. So soul.
Is that your business name? Is the Soul Shine?
It is. It's actually Tamarin Martin is actually my name, but my website is Soul Shine because I do have an office space here in Revelstoke for in person, and so that's what it's under. But I can do in person if you're happy.
You do in person too?
I do, but I feel like that might be phasing out in the next little bit. But yes, I'm in person in Revelstoke, and then I'm virtual globally.
Don't give it up too soon. I think we're going to go back to the OG ways of doing things here soon. Okay?
I love it. And honestly, if you can make it all the way out here, I'd be happy to see anybody who does. There's just an intimacy that's in there too, that the recipient often craves, especially if they're moving through grief. They want to hug me, and I'm a hugger, so I'm good with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of weird to be like this. Hey.
Yeah. That's it.
That's what I mean. You're just giving me another example of the beautiful nature of mediumship, the art of mediumship. You literally like, give me a hug.
Yeah.
That's what's a human connection, is that connection.
Yes.
The connection is what we do. We help with the connection.
That's it. Yeah. So you can catch me in Revelstoke. You can catch me in Banff. And then sometimes I'll go to some smaller communities in this area. So it doesn't matter. For me, that's what I love about mediumship, is that we'll go and be of service in these little kind of remote areas if I can, but then also all the way from like Toronto to like Melbourne, right? Like all of it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. With the online, you can go reach your international clients too.
Absolutely. It's beautiful. So special. Yeah.
Well, just from our conversation and just from your energy, people would be very blessed to have a reading from you.
Thank you, Jen. You're a sweetheart. I love connecting with you today. It was so fun. Your energy is just fire. It's just beautiful and vibrant. And I love your cheeky self. And I love I can tell that you're just so fun loving and a joy to be around. So thank you for bringing the energy today.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. It's been awesome having you. Like one of my favorite guests. Don't tell the other ones.
This is pretty fun. Thanks, Jen.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.